Okay, we're here with Will Catlett, who's actually a personal friend of mine and in the movie Black Gloves. Will, what's your role in this movie?
I play the role of Trey,
Okay.
who is Tony's cousin. And basically, I have this real bond with him, but I'm more on the streets, you know, more on the hustling end of the side of things. And it's a really, really good film. And Trey is a really, 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 really great character, but it's like you learn so much about the character after you do the film. You know, it's so much other stuff that I would have added to him, but, you know, just learning him when you think about him later after the production.
How did you prepare for this role?
Funny. I knew someone would ask me that question. Really what I do is a director told me named Pierre Walters. He told me this. He said, when you acting, you have to be honest with yourself and with the role, you know, because there's a lot of things to pull from. And with Trey, what I did was I read the lines, but that's only the words on the paper. And so what I did was I wanted to see him and see how he felt, because I know a lot of guys from the inner city, you know, that I can use them to build Trey. But a lot of times if you just see the role, then it just comes to life like that, just seeing them and seeing how they feel and getting out of the way and knowing the decisions that they will make.
I know you as a personal actor, so
Yeah.
I know that it must have been a little bit of both for you. I'm sure that you drew from other experiences, but that for you, this just came and jumped off the page for you. Is that right?
Yeah, well, pretty much. It's funny, though. I didn't want to do the project at first.
Really?
Yeah.
What persuaded you to do it?
Well, when I first looked at the role, it was like, well, okay, here's another typical guy that, you know, African Americans get stuck in playing. And so I was like, well, I'm not sure if I want to do it. But then once I read the full script, I'm like, oh, this thing has meat to it.
It's heavy.
And then it's heavy. And then when I really start to see Trey, it was like, well, this is this guy that's hustling on the corner, but he's very intelligent because he's hanging around Tony. So if he's hanging around Tony and Tony is opposite of him, then they have common characteristics. So it's like, okay, well, he's not just a guy that want to hustle on the street. And if you know any guy that's on the street, they're not just a guy that just want to hustle. Something has turned them that way. So it was a lot to play with. So I was like, hey, this is what I want to do.
And now, how did you get involved with this project? Would you go on a casting, or are you friends with some of the producers?
Actually, my acting coach, Steve, shouts out to Steve. He called me in for the role, and then I went in and auditioned, and I met the director, Gilchrist, and I guess they, you know, I'm here, so I guess they like the work.
Do you have any advice for actors who are looking to get involved in short films?
Yeah, for sure. I would say definitely do short films and definitely do your own projects, you know, because a lot of times you won't get the roles that you need just because, you know, because I cast a project. I just finished doing a sitcom that I wrote called For Now, and shameless plug, though. But what you want to do is when you see the breakdown of how casting directors go in and they pick, you know, you might be talented for the role, but you might not have that look that they're looking for. So you can write yourself, you know, like Vin Diesel did. He was acting for 20 years, you know, before Steven Spielberg, I believe, picked him up. I could be wrong on that, so don't quote me on that. But, you know, so I would say do your own projects. Definitely be honest with the work, and don't just look for the fame, you know, being out here, because a lot of the famous people are not the great actors, you know. I mean, because when do you ever see Johnny Depp? You know what I mean? He's never in the tabloids, you know, but he's a really, really talented guy. Absolutely. And that's someone I strive to, you know, be like. But Meryl Streep is my favorite. So if you want to learn anything from acting, check out Meryl Streep.
You got it. I will do that, and I will look forward to seeing the film tonight. Thank you so much, Will Catlett.